Cry for me 君の声が聞こえてる叫んでる僕の名前を怖
Alright, let's see if I can still do this. It's been a while since I streamed last. So I hope that I'm still good to go. Let's do this. Hello everybody! Welcome to my stream of Trails in the Sky 3rd. I was kind of debating what I would stream on a return stream today, because today I have time. I can't stream tomorrow, but today I have the time to do a return stream. So I was debating what I should play, and I think Trails in the Sky 3rd is the most natural outcome here. Especially since Fire Emblem, I still need to do a bunch of grinding in Fire Emblem. Sadly, Fire Emblem continues to be difficult because I... sorry. Because I screwed up. I screwed up one of the requirements for one of the extra chapters, so I have to replay the entire game on my own up to where we were in the game, basically. And I'm going to do that before we start the next stream. So that's a problem. And yeah, Phantom Hourglass is basically done. I can stream Phantom Hourglass with you guys, but that has to wait until I think Thursday. I replayed as much as we could possible. But yeah, I'm going to replay Phantom Hourglass. I'm going to plan to play more Fire Emblem in the future too, because we're currently playing Fire Emblem 7, which is the first that was released in the West. But I already have plans made to play the previous game, Fire Emblem 6, which is the Binding Blade, I'm pretty sure. I already asked a bunch of Fire Emblem community members to summarize, to make a spoiler-free summary for me. I've never played the game before, but people have made spoiler-free summaries for me, so I can actually get it running and actually know what's going on and not face too much shit. So we're going to play that as well. And to top off, we'll probably end up playing Sacred Stones down the line too. Fire Emblem has been doing better than I really thought on the channel, to be honest. But yeah, I want to play a bunch of them, especially since the new Fire Emblem game comes out this year, right? And yeah, that's about it. But I'm going to be playing Trails in the Sky 3rd. I'm going to play a lot more. As I've been saying, this game series is very special to me. Very special to me, and I want to continue it. We're going to probably start playing the first chapter pretty soon as well. Once I get my hands on a copy of it, probably not this month anymore. Might be next month, to be honest. But then I'm going to start streaming first chapter because I really also want to continue playing first chapter, you know? And especially since second chapter comes out like this year, late this year, I kind of want to have first chapter done on the channel. That's what I decided, because honestly I saw a bunch of first chapter stuff, the remake stuff, and I was interested in it, to be honest. It felt like a good time. And our original playthrough of the first chapter is also a year away, I think. Right? It's been over a year since we played the first Trails in the Sky. Isn't that crazy? I started playing second chapter almost immediately, but second chapter took me so much longer than I thought. But yeah, I can actually just check up the stats real quick on Steam when we last played Trails in the Sky. Okay, first chapter ended. It wasn't a year. Okay. I've been lying to you. First chapter ended October 20th last year, so it's been like 6 months. But yeah, and second chapter ended like 4 months ago. crazy to think about. Crazy to think about what we've been through. And yeah, once we finished third, I'm going to take a short break from Trails in the Sky to probably play, like, we're probably going to trade Trails in the Sky for Ys 1 and 2 at that point for a bit. Until I finished first chapter, obviously, the remake. That would be great, I think. I'm hoping for the best, you know, on these. But yeah, we've been playing this game for almost 18 hours already. But it feels like to me, as much as I like this game, let me quickly move over to really see the game. The one thing that I feel like about this game, let me pause this also. Here we go. The one thing I feel like is that almost all semblance of continuity has gotten out of the way in this game. It's a little bit tough because the game's structure is very much its own game until you get to the star doors and the moon doors, and then you kind of have to replay sections of the game that feel very weirdly placed. Like, obviously, they take you out of what you experienced, you know? It's a little bit... In the structure, I like it. It's a little bit weird in the structure, I have to say. But yeah, we're going to... I think we're going to enter Shera's moon door today. Like, you have all of the intrigue with the Kevin story, but then you also have Shira's story, and we did Annalise's story last time. So yeah, this is Estelle and Joshua. This one's Shira, right? And then we have the star doors. Are we able to open up? So we've done 100 battles. Let's do it. Yeah, it's probably the toughest part of it, because I kinda like it, but also the sections that we've been through have been so long, like the story sections, and it's just plain story with absolutely no gameplay. Yeah, that's true. I should grant you a memory fragment on my blessing. Whatever is this memory fragment about? What do I get for making 100 battles? Enclosed is a report on the damage dealt to the former principality of North Ambria by the Salt Pale. Also contained within it the research on the Pale itself. Holy City of Eteria, Congregation for the Sacraments. Ries Argent, Salt Pale Research Report. I hereby present this report to you, Your Holiness, ever at the side of the goddess. The report contains classified information and may only be read by those with the clearance to do so. So this is from Ries, huh? Certain sections of utmost secrecy have also been blacked out. Progression of events after the Pale's appearance. July 1st, 1178, 5:45 p.m. a.m. An urgent report came in from Halia's Cathedral in the then Principality, now a state of Northumbria in northern Zemuria, stated that a giant white pillar, so tall it appears to kiss the clouds, had appeared on the outskirts of the city. Bishop Alexei, the one who sent the report, behaved as if extremely unsettled by what was happening. By urgent order of the committee, 2 knights of the Graalsritter, the 8th Dominion, aka the Roaring Lion, and the Squire, both of whom were working on another mission in a nearby nation, were dispatched to perform a formal investigation. They hurried to the scene via the 8th Merkaba unit. Interesting. Please note that the Merkabas had only been recently put into use at this point. They arrived promptly. Another spaceship called the Merkaba, huh? I wonder where that also appears. They love calling the ships Merkaba, it seems like. Like, that appears also in Xenogears and Xenosaga. Makes a lot of sense. They hurried to the scene via the 8th Merkaba unit. Please note that the Merkabas had only been recently put to use at this point. They arrived promptly, and at 6:22 a.m., this is what they saw. Enclosed is a photograph of the object, now known as Salt Pale. At this point, however, it was far larger than the term pale would suggest. It was more akin to a massive tower that soared hundreds of argent into the air. Yeah, that's true. The thing is, JRPGs do tend to draw very much from the big biblical. Which I kind of like. I still do like. That's why I love Xenogears, Xenosaga, and Xenoblade. Because at the end of the day, I love the mythology that they... Like, I'm not Christian, by any stretch of the imagination. Not anymore, at least. I'm pretty much an atheist at this point. But I do enjoy the mythology of it all, you know? All of the biblical mythology and also the stuff that has been left out of it, you know? Like, a lot of the old scriptures that didn't make it into the Bible and become like Christian mythology. But all of that Mesopotamian mythology, I very much do enjoy a lot. For me, it's just that. It's mythology, right? And a lot of Japanese developers also think the same. They love it. They love it. Like, so many series draw from it. It's incredible. Like, the thing is, every time you hear someone talking about a JRPG, and it's like, the final boss is killing God. Yeah, that's Mesopotamian mythology. It's literally the thing about in Gnostic scripture, the demiurge, who is the false god, needs to be defeated, you know? Like, every single JRPG where you, at the end of the day, kill God, draws from that mythology. It's incredible. But I think what makes, for me, Xenosaga and Xenogears, Xenosaga, and Xenoblade, by that matter, Xenoblade a little bit less, but what makes them so much more interesting to me is because they draw from it more heavily than other RPG series. The conduit in Xenoblade is called the Zohar in Xenosaga. It's literally supposed to resemble a cross, you know? Like, it's literally drawn to resemble like a Christian cross. And spoiler alert for Xenosaga 3, I guess. Although, it's not really a spoiler. But yeah, Jesus Christ is a character in Xenosaga. Just saying, Jesus Christ is a character in Xenosaga. Just dropping that here. Alright, it was more akin to a massive tower that soared hundreds of arch into the air. He only appears as a shadowy figure in one of the cutscenes. He's not the focus of that cutscene, but he is there. Which is incredible. The two knights provided the following observation regarding the situation on their arrival. We were met with a mighty hailstorm blowing in our direction. From Haliask, or so it appeared at first, till we eventually realized the storm contained not ice but salt. That has to be scary, holy shit. The object's surface is completely covered with salt, making it impossible to tell what it may actually look like underneath. The surrounding air has become powdered salt, and it falls to the ground like snow falling on the tundra. The spread of that salinification process was startlingly rapid, and the affected area spread in the blink of an eye. By the time the Graalsrud arrived, the entire landscape of the capital had turned to salt, and the lives of many who lived there, like the aforementioned Bishop Alexei, had already been lost. Yet the spread did not stop there. A day after the salt pile first appeared, a vast coniferous forest zone north of the capital crystallized and collapsed. Bridges also collapsed, rendering all of the main highways out of the city unusable. Please note that by this point, then ruler Prince Balmund had already fled the country to a nearby nation. This is incredibly interesting. This is super interesting to me, to be honest. Please note that at this point, 2 days passed since the Pale's appearance. By this point, roughly half of the entire principality had become a sea of salt. That has to be super fucked up, holy shit. Countless refugees had fled to the southern side of the country because the river Greve stood between it and the affected area. Finally, 3 days after the Pale's appearance, the salinification process stopped at dawn. As a result, the knights were able to advance in the capital of Haliask, with the hope of investigating the Salt Pale. That afternoon, they finally reached it, but what they found looked completely different from how the Pale had before when they first arrived north in Umbria. Oh. In the center of the salinified area, they found an object that was a mere 2.5 arg in height. Its surface was no longer blanketed in salt, rather it looked as if something had been carved out of it. It is now believed that the Pale's mass decreased as the salinification process progressed. In its smaller state, the Pale had lost its power to turn swaths of the country to salt, but its ability to salinify was still very much intact. Anything that touched it, even for a millisecond, was instantaneously turned into a salt. It was of utmost importance to handle it with care. In order to complete the mission without physical contact, the Graalsrud were required to use the sacred tool, the Gleipnir, which was delivered to them from the high seat in Ateria. Since then, it had been closely sealed away deep within the high seat in Ateria. Gleipnir is also a mythological reference, but I don't remember what it is. Is it Odin's spear or something? Something along the lines. I think it's one of the Norse mythology, right? I don't remember. Oh, it's Odin's horse. Yeah, that could be true. Still, while the recovery mission was ultimately deemed a success, the damage already caused was equally vast and significant. No damage to the surrounding nations was reported, but it resulted in the destruction of 3 of the 5 administrative districts of the principality, including its capital. Over a third of the total population, along with travelers from elsewhere, lost their lives. This is to say nothing of the emotional damage caused. Due to the sudden outbreak, the hearts of North Umbria's people were overwhelmed with fear and uncertainty. From a humanitarian and religious perspective, a swift response from the Septian church was all but necessary. The decision was made to dispatch personnel to the region right away, and upon arrival, they set about rebuilding the damaged churches and healing both the physical and mental wounds of the people. Those who were left orphaned in this crisis were taken into gospel facilities where they would be cared for until adulthood. The northern region of the country, which had been turned entirely to salt, was placed under the church's control. It has been a restricted area ever since. Supplementary notes. After some time, the country's former leader, Prince Balmont, attempted to rebuild the government, but given that he had fled the country during its hour of need, caring only for himself and not his people, all authority he once had was gone. The following year, the country's people led an armed uprising, and the Principality of Northumbria was no more. Eventually, elections were held, and the country became a democracy, thus bringing about the birth of the autonomous state we know of now. This was also when the former principalities' armed forces reformed as vigilante corps. Given the extreme poverty of the state, however, the majority of said corps considered gathering foreign currency to be of the utmost importance. This was how the large-scale Jägerkorps, known as the Northern Jägers, was first established. As far as the rest of Zemuria is concerned, this is where the tale of the Salt Pail ends. But a number of very important questions still remain unanswered. Perhaps the most obvious of these is where it came from. Despite the considerable size of the object and that it appeared on the outskirts of a populated city, no information is available regarding the moment it first appeared. The most popular theory is that its appearance was due to something akin to spatial translocation, but no hard evidence exists to support this or any other theory. Of more importance, however, it's its positioning in the teachings of the Septian Church. The Pale is clearly different in nature to artifacts and appears to be a more fundamental manifestation of the goddess's powers of creation. Committee report. With the limits of our knowledge at present, this is as far as we can get to the truth. There's some have proposed it may be one of the Septarians, but no evidence has been found in legend or scripture to support this belief. Nevertheless, these questions and many others need answering, and the Congregation for the Sacraments continues to study the Salt Pail to this day. The most accepted proposal comes from those who believe the Pail should be seen as nothing more than a gift from Idios, and they continue to consider various means for her church to make good use of it. What the fuck? The most realistic of these plans is using it in the manufacture of the sacred tool used for execution. What? Parts of the pail are cut away using high pressure water and then surrounded with a cylinder made into a target without requiring the user to make direct contact. Allowing them to be fired directly into the target. Okay. Should the bolts make successful contact with a human target, the whole body would turn to salt, killing them in mere seconds. There are no known means for reversing or stopping the process. This approach does not come without flaws. It seems unwise to be careless with an object we still do not understand the true nature of, for one thing. There are also humanitarian concerns with executing someone in this manner. Still, it does bear mentioning that should there ever be a case where a target needs to be eliminated without fail, this would be the most surefire way to carry it out. It should go without saying that research on it is intended to continue into the future. Oh, that was signed by Kevin Graham. What? Wait, the report at the beginning was signed by Ries, and this one was signed by Kevin. Is that just coincidence? Appendix regarding the aforementioned sacred tool. Trial use begins of the sacred tool. Top secret work only. What could that mean? S? Permission granted to use in the execution of what? Used in the execution of fired from bowgun. What? Results were extremely favorable. No damage was caused to the surrounding area. The target was also successfully erased. Pendings about the target. What? This is crazy. This is the kind of shit that I wanted to have in the star doors, or in the doors in general, you know? Just this, how should I say it? These weird little hints at this. This is extremely interesting to me, especially the thing about the salt pail. And it also shows that the church is actually not without flaws, actually. Like, the church was very much seen very favorable in the first two games, right? And I think it's a good way to look at it, but it's probably more of a gray organization than I realized up till now. And it's not an evil organization. I don't think the church is generally evil. Maybe it is, but I don't think so. It does a lot of good too for the people, right? But the lore, like the whole salt pillar, like just eradicating a nation out of nowhere is crazy. Pendings about the target. The target was orphaned by the salt pail when it first... Fuck. A brief history of... is as follows. S1180 joins the Septian Church. S1185 joins the Congregation for the Sacraments as an official. 1190 promoted to bishop. 1195 declared a heretic and excommunicated from the church. What? What a crazy story! What? And it was completely on point too, like... I think we got this one. We got this one too. That was Joshua and Chloe. And that was Annalise, right? So we have the moon door with Shira, of course. This is also interesting. Bring to me the dance of silver logs. Only then shall the door open. Yes, we'll open the door. Hello, Shira. I shall grant you a memory fragment and my blessing. By the way, we didn't have to fight anymore. Like, the first time we got in there with Tita, we actually had to fight something. Year 12/12 of the Septian calendar. Roland. But so far, we didn't have to fight anything anymore, really. In those doors. Sherazard! Sherazard! Oh my god. This looks like a nightmare blunt rotation. God damn it. Where am I? You feeling alright? You sure haven't had too much to drink? This is crazy. Boy, that dream really brought back memories. Hard to believe I was once that young. I see you've gotten yourself nice and plastered. You might want to watch what you're saying, though. You're still young, but no one will believe it if you start talking like that. She's right, Shira. Wow, I thought you'd be out for a while longer, Olivier. Now let me pour you another glass, then. Please. Mercy! You can be such a monster. Faulkner, bring Olivier another bottle over. Looks like Faulkner's gone and left early again. Fine, I guess I have to get the bottle myself. Well, if I'm getting out of my seat, I'm getting the strongest thing in the house. I need to get her voice down again. Holy shit. I spy some brandy. Sherazard has literally only just gotten up. At least start him off with some fruit wine before you start bringing out the big guns. He can have both. Problem solved. Spare me, I'll die. By the way, Aina, you remember when we first met? How much did you down again? Down? Down what? Booze? We're talking booze, baby. Oh my god. Sherazard began pouring alcohol into Olivier's head. Onto Olivier's head. That should go in his mouth, Sherazard. You what? Oh, silly me. Oh my god. They're going to kill him with alcohol poisoning. God. 5 years ago. Gransel. Poor Olivier is going to die of alcohol poisoning just because of these two. Making deliveries in a city this big sure isn't easy. Okay, what's next? Herbert Royal Villa? No way, I have to go all the way there? This is why I hate cities. Hey Bracer, out on the job again? Thanks again for the help. You're a lot stronger than you look, young lady. I need to really give all of the NPCs like this weird shaggy voice from Scooby-Doo. You wouldn't have any interest in working for us, would you? You'd be more than welcome. Sorry, but I'm not interested. Really, got to go too. See ya. Excuse me. Oh my god, Aina, you're so young. That was like Gransel City, 1197. 5 years had passed since the 100 Days War came to an end. The scars it left were slowly healing and life was returning to Liberl. People gathered in the cities and towns that had returned to their former state, and the revived ornament trade brought the kingdom prosperity. Peace was becoming normal once again. Not all that was happening in Liberl at the time was so positive, however. This was also a period in which corruption was rife in the military. Many of the army's officers at the time cared for nothing but lining their own pockets or gaining power and prestige. Between the development of orbital technology and booming prosperity, much was forgotten. Is there no one there? If you have a request, please write it on the forms on the right and place it in this box. Bracer Guild, Garansel branch. Do they not have a guild receptionist at this point? Where's Elnan? It looks like it. I wonder if they'd mind if I use their phone. Oh, I'm pooped. I feel more like a slave than a bracer with all this menial work getting dumped on me. Oh, hello. Are you here to lodge a request? Yes, that's right. Might I ask your name? I'm Sherazard Hobby, a bracer. I'm still a junior one, but I know what I'm doing. Don't you worry about that. Oh my, really? You look so young that I had no idea you were an actual bracer. My name is Aina. It's a pleasure to meet you. So, what's the request you want to make? I don't have all day to stand around and chatting. There are only 2 braces at this branch right now, so we're very busy. If you can make it quick, I'd appreciate it. Oh, really? I'm terribly sorry. I had no idea you were... Did you not hear me? Or do you need me to explain to you what the word quick means? Oh, my apologies. Well, you see, it's my first time visiting the city. I thought it might be wise to come here and request that someone give me a tour of the main sites and such. Hehe, the size of the place is rather daunting, as I'm sure you can imagine. With a bracer who knows their way around at my side, I'd be able to enjoy all that Grancel has to offer without fearing getting lost. You've got to be kidding. Please tell me you didn't actually come here for such a worthless request. Pardon? You seem to be misconstruing what bracers are actually here for. We're not community volunteers or whatever. We have serious profession and do serious work. And we're also very busy, as I said earlier, so I'm going to have to ask you to look elsewhere if you want a body for your sightseeing trip. I wasn't trying to... Well, hell, just go and look around on your own. Getting lost is probably part of the experience anyway. This one lived in a box all her life. Typical rich girl. Besides, I need to focus on doing major jobs so I can get my letter of recommendation from this branch and get promoted to senior bracer. If you find something serious you need help with, by all means come back. Until then, get going. It looks like this isn't going to work. I really am sorry for troubling you, but... Oh, who do we have here? Have we come to make a request, perchance? Pardon us for not probably manning the front desk. That's currently my job, but I'm undertaking other work at the same time. Oh, you don't have to apologize. I'd pay her no mind if I were you. She's a waste of time. She seems to have gotten into her head that braces are friends for hire. Well, if you'll excuse me, I'll get out of your hair now. Please don't leave just yet. Sherazard? Huh? What is it? Do what she wants. Helping people in need is the fundamental mission of us bracers. We've got no reason not to help. What? But we're busy here. I don't have time to be playing tour guide. I've got more important things to do. Don't worry about the other quests on the board. I'll take care of those. But you're even busier than I am. You're even our receptionist on top of it. You needn't worry about me. Besides, you're still a trainee, which means you still have much to learn. So go. Once you finish this request, I'll write you your letter of recommendation. What? Really? Are you sure? This seems like way too simple of a job to be awarding something like that for. I thought it was your policy to give 100% to all work you undertake. Well, it is, but... And I'm counting on you with this job too. Thank you very much. Think nothing of it. Take care, you two. Got it. I appreciate your assistance. Holy shit. So much has changed within 5 years. It's incredible. This should hopefully do her good. What's up with Dave? From delivery girl to playing tour guide for some snooty silver spoon, it just gets worse. I do apologize, I'm really putting you out with this request, aren't I? Let's just get started. That aloof manner of talking she has just makes me want to smash something. So, where do you want to go? Let's see. I suppose I should go and buy a few things in the Edel department store, just in case. In case? In case of what? It's in the east block of the city, don't forget. Why would I? Can feel my blood pressure rising already. Oh, are we really going? Oh, today's the day of the latest liberl news. Alright. I'm not going to talk to everyone. There's probably a lot of dialogue you can get just in this flashback with everyone. The leadership he showed leading the post-war relief efforts and the managerial skills he gained from living in Bose sounds remarkably capable. Like, there's probably so much dialogue. To get. I like how the very first thing she wants to do is blow all her money. So, what are you planning to buy? Well, I could probably do with restocking on recovery items for one thing. What? Please, ideas, I just want this shop to end. Hmm? Hasn't Kurt read this book? Did he bring it here? A lot of these look really complicated too. Miss Sherazard? What? You know, there's actually a really famous ice cream stall near here. Is she being followed? Have you ever been there? Why would I have? I don't like sweet things. Well, I do, and I feel like having some ice cream right now. Let's go get some. Wait a second. The ice cream stall is over there, right? Where are you going, Miss Sherazard? This isn't the right way. I know. God damn it. Over here. Aina bought 2 ice cream cones from the stall. Did your brain decide to selectively switch off when I said I don't like these sweet things? You like this, promise. It's really nice. It's not how it works. It's almost noon. That means I've only got 24 hours left. I'm running out of time. Might be a bit risky, but... Hey! What? Why are you spacing out and ignoring me for? I was trying to ask you something. Sorry. What was it? You look angry. You're hiding something from me, aren't you? It's really obvious, so come on, out with it. Or are you involved in something you can't even talk to me about? Well, it's just that I realized I left something back at the hotel. As if anyone would buy that. Not going to talk, huh? Well, fine, be that way. Can we make our way back there so I can go and get it? Fine, whatever, I'll come with you. At least until I get an idea of what you're really up to. Thank you. Well, shall we be going? Let's go through the south block. Fine. She doesn't actually need a tour guide. She actually knows her way around Gransel, it feels like. That's the bar. By the way, I'm looking currently to improve my channel. On a lot of fronts, so yeah, I'm currently working on it, but I haven't really done too much yet. I don't know if I actually should like pay an artist to do a little bit of stuff for my channel, but I don't know if I have that kind of money lying around right now, so I'll have to see. Like, I'm just going to put some money away to change stuff on the channel recently. Wait a second. Isn't this the hotel? The building you've just walked right past? Well, yes, but... Grancel Castle looks really heavily guarded. Should have known. There's got to be some way to get past. That way leads to Grancel Castle. Do you want to go and have a look around it? Yes, I suppose I do. But, looks like I almost cracked her. Time to talk, young lady. I want to know exactly what I've been dragged all over the city for. God, this shop's such a pain. I'm gonna go catch a breather outside. There she is. What's going on? You stay right where you are. Protect all NPCs. If an NPC's HP reaches 0, the game's over. Wait, why is she running towards him? Shira has absolutely nothing on her. She's trying to whack them. That's actually pretty funny. What the? That guy was no amateur. Well, they haven't noticed anything that happened just yet by the looks of it. It's only going to be a matter of time, though. I need to do something. Look, you, it's time for you to start talking. Who is this guy? I don't want the army to notice anything I'd miss either. Are you listening to me? Shh, please be quiet. Well, at least now we know she's not one of the hotel's guest list. I figured as a rich girl like her would have to stay at the hotel, but I guess not. Just gonna have to start scouring the city. From top to bottom. There she is. No, don't shout. Hey, did you hear that? Yeah, it came from over there. There she is. There's a target. The blonde. Get her. What's going on? You've got some serious explaining to do, Missy. Well, let's start running. The hell? Wait. God damn it, Aina. What are you up to? Oh, the landing port is a dead end. Pretty much. Oh my god. That wasn't even sneaky, guys. I think we lost them. Just about. Okay, I've had enough of this. It's time for you to open that mouth of yours. Just who are these guys? Why do they want to catch you? What do you even want? Well, don't even try to worm your way out of answering. I will hurt you. With this. That sounds painful. No use hiding it any longer, is there? They're trying to capture me. Thank you, Captain Obvious. I'm asking why they want to capture you. Go on, get talking. Let me start from the beginning. I suppose it started about a month ago. My grandfather, who I was living with, passed away. Your grandfather? That's right. He did mention that he intended to leave some of his fortune to me. But the will didn't just say some. He wrote that he intended to leave me everything he had. So, well... super rich guy leaving his fortune to a young girl. Okay, everything's starting to fall into place. So now every relative you have under the sun is on you like ants trying to get the share. At the very least, I think my uncle is a very nice man. He said he wants to look after me until I turn 20, so as part of that, you should let him look after all the money you've inherited. Ugh, unbelievable. Maybe. His eyes when he said that kind of scared me, so I ended up turning his offer down. Wait, hide. And now someone's hired those men to come after me. If I don't formally inherit his money, grandfather's will becomes invalid, you see. Most likely that's the reason they want to capture me, so I'm not able to do that. They're no ordinary street thugs either. They clearly have some experience under their belts. Can't believe they're just able to wander the streets of the capital in broad daylight like this. Just what is the army even doing? One of my relatives has a connection in the royal army, so that's probably why. My family is pretty influential, actually. I'm getting headaches just listening to all of this. Hiring a bunch of suspicious, highly trained underlings to fight over an inheritance? You don't get more stereotypically spiteful rich person than that. I'm sorry. I'm not looking for an apology from you. Still, this really isn't looking good. I might have been able to win the last battle, but I'm not confident I can win another. I think the best thing we can do is try and get back to the guild house without getting caught, but I can't see that being easy. Whew. Come to think of it, I forgot to feed the birds. Feed the birds? I doubt it's meant to be taken literally. It's probably some kind of code they use. Which means... crap. Sorry, this way's a dead end. You're giving us a hell of a lot of trouble, but your luck just ran out. You're fast though, I'll give you that. Now grab her. Alright, cheer up. Alright. What are you doing, Aina? Wait, she actually hit him this time?
Seems you came up short.
It's funny that she's level 10. Well, not half bad. I don't think I can fight my way out of this. Are you alright, Miss Sherazard? Have you guys still not caught her? Well. You almost stood a chance against us. Almost. I don't want to be beaten by a bunch of low-life scum like these guys. Do you have any ideas for getting us out of this? Me? Oh. There's an entrance to the sewers nearby. If we can get to that, we might be able to escape to the west block. It's a huge if, though. Alright, let's go with that. Close your eyes for a second. What are you? 1, 2. Whoa, what are you? free. What's that? Smoke grenade? My eyes. Oh my god, she just whacked this guy. Ready to go? Oh, what? Oh, what is the smell? Is this mustard gas? Wait up. Don't let them get away. Why do you even have that thing? And what's the point of knocking that guy out too? It's locked. Get out of the way. Sherazard took out a wire and jammed it into the keyhole. Come on, hurry! Wait, get back here, damn it. God damn it. These two. That's actually a more interesting side story than what Chloe had to offer. It's no use, it's locked. Out of the way, I'll get it open. Should I use another of these canisters? I've got Pepper ones too. But Pepper, do you make these things yourself? Got a few original blends of my own, yes. They were originally just white smoke grenades. For example, there's this one. Contains powdered laughing mushrooms. Never tried it though. You think it works? You don't need to find that out now. It might get blown back in here. What the fuck? Oh, it won't budge. Someone bring an axe. We're gonna have to smash it open. That damn bitch. Holy fuck. Whew, it looks like we've bought ourselves some time. What were you thinking? What kind of insane maniac just uses a smoke grenade or mustard gas canister or whatever it was? Shouldn't even be making that kind of stuff. I thought you were a high-class lady. Truly? But it helped us get to safety, didn't it? Well, yeah, but still. Why did you even learn to make those things? My grandfather loved collecting books. He had his own personal library in the mansion. I learned all kinds of useful things from there. I take it you're not much of a book enthusiast yourself, so you probably wouldn't have read any of the things I have. But there's a famous spy novel I remember reading, and it has a scene in it where the protagonist makes their own smoke grenade. She learned it from a book? I take back Miss Rich is written all over my face. Look, let me make this very clear for your own good. You might have gotten us out of a dangerous situation earlier, but you got lucky. Don't expect that to happen a second time. Don't get cocky just because you picked up some mildly useful knowledge from a book that may or may not have even worked. I don't want to see you doing anything like that again. Are we clear? Yes, of course. That's all. Let's get going. Being in the sewers like these always brings back unpleasant memories. Feels like my instincts are coming right back though. Why did she suddenly go silent? Did I say something to annoy her? Let's move. When they come back, they'll get the door open in no time. But be careful and stay close to me. There are bound to be monsters here. Right. At least this section has some gameplay to it. That is actually fighting and using the gameplay mechanics, you know, and dungeoneering. Which I do appreciate a lot. Oh my god, they're using the Trails in the Sky first theme for it. The battle theme for it. So I like this one a lot more because it has these elements to it. You know? I like that a lot, I have to say. Ouch. Aina, could you actually hit once in a while? That's actually pretty cool, I have to say. Sadist whip, yes. There's actually a lot of monsters down here. Oh my god, she does a lot of damage if she actually hits. Why is there so many monsters? Holy shit. I guess the sewers were closed off for a reason. Oh my god, Aina is kicking butt. Oh, I can't even heal Aina. Tear bomb. I'm empty now, but when I was younger, adventurers couldn't keep their hands off of me. Tear bomb. So tell me, how effective was that expired medicine? She actually does more damage than Shira does with her physical attacks. I mean, she whacked that one guy. I guess. Got surprise attacked. I don't remember fully the layout of these sewers too, which is, you know, not great. Thing is, I have to take a short break. And when I come back, we're going to get more into the scene. Alright, I'm back. I also think I need to have a better break system if I'm taking a break. I think I need to do something about that too. I mean, the screen is fine, but I should like at least inform people of how long this break is going to take, you know, or stuff like that. I think that's also something I'm working on. Like I'm working on improving so much things about the streams, and I'm super hyped about it too, because in the last few months I haven't been really improving my streams, and I finally get to improve them a little bit more, you know. All right, let's get back to the game capture. Also, a few nice transitions between gameplay and stuff would be nice, right? Alright. Let's go on. By the way, the reason I'm always out of breath when it happens like this, I usually take care of a bunch of things while we're on break. Like doing laundry and stuff, and then I'm just completely out of breath sometimes. We're training up Sherazard to be level 100 in this flashback. I don't know how long I'll stream today, by the way. I at least want to get through this flashback if I can. That would be like the dream. Getting through this flashback. Serum powder. Awesome, that's chest bump. Please not. Please don't do that.
Oh, are we done already?
I'm guessing we'll need to find some way through this door to get to West Block. Should be some way to open it nearby. Let's start looking and stick close to me. My, that's kind of romantic, don't you think? In what way is anything in this situation romantic? God damn it. Alright. The lever would move. Is it not budging? Stay quiet for a minute, I'll handle this. Sherazard removed a rock from the bottom of the device and placed her hand inside. Wow, you really are amazing. Not for this. This isn't all that different from breaking into safe, to be honest. Really though, shouldn't be impressed by these kinds of things or getting used to them. Why? There's some things in life you're just better off not knowing. And some things you're better off not being able to do. Do we get a flashback in a flashback? The entire town smelled like a rotting, open drain and was reviled even for a slum. The people who ended up there were largely those who couldn't be accommodated in a prison, those who had been driven out of the cities, or children who had been abandoned there like yesterday's garbage. I did whatever I had to in order to survive and to live to see another day. Picking pockets at every opportunity was a habit. I picked up from a very young age. Anything that caught my eye, I took. But even then, I didn't end up with enough to live on. There were always men there who made their living by taking from people like me. The surest way to make money was stealing from the safes of the rich when they were out of their mansions. The residential area, full of wealthy people on the other side of the river, accessible through an underground sewer, was a perfect target for this. Every time I felt hungry, I sneaked inside one of the mansions and made use of the skills I felt like I'd known since the day I was born. The most important thing to remember when doing this was not to take everything in one go. Instead, the key was to take only a small amount each time, enough to get by. But not enough for the mansion's owner to notice anything was gone. With a simple piece of wire, I had access to enough mirror to live for a couple of more weeks. Before I knew it, I was doing it every day, building up a stockpile of money instead of simply taking what I needed in short term. And boy, I paid the price for it. I had it all taken from me by the men of the slums who ended up being kicked and stomped on until I coughed up blood. Everyone did what they did, or they say they did as much anyway, so that they could keep living on. Ooh, that's not an image that I wanted to see. Always pretending to be desperate as an excuse to live by any means, but always taking the easiest road they could find. The town I lived in was devoid of energy, but full of filthy humans like them, and like me. Again and again, I thought about giving up. Again and again I said to myself that I wanted to stop, but I couldn't do it. I hated myself for what I was doing. I hated the fact that I couldn't stop. It was because I didn't want to return to that life that I ended up becoming a bracer. Because if I didn't, I was scared I would end up right back where I was. The troop had saved me from that place and had made me into a respectable human being. But when I lost them, I was afraid. One thought stood out above all the rest. No matter how much I tried to forget, no matter how used I became to my new life, no matter how much I tried to deny it, I was yesterday's garbage of the slums, and nothing I could do would change that. And that's it, really. One day I'm sure I'll end up returning there. That's why I need to be strong, to stay strong. What job I do doesn't even matter. Anything I can pour my heart into that'll let me live an honest life is fine. Anything that keeps my mind off the past. Anything that lets me keep the ugliness in my heart at bay. If it makes me strong without relying on others, then it's fine. It's fine. I need to be strong. Stronger than anyone. Stronger than anyone. But am I? Am I really doing alright in my new life? Am I really getting stronger? Am I, Lucy? Miss Sherazard, are you alright? You're looking very gloomy all of a sudden. It's nothing, I'm fine. As soon as I finish the job, Kurt will give me the last recommendation I need. I can finally become a real bracer. Then no one will be able to tell me I'm not strong. I won't let them. I will be strong. Anyway, we're leaving. Wait a second, Miss Sherazard. As soon as I finish this job. You know, this one actually makes a lot of sense, because we haven't gotten a lot of characterization from Sherazard, right? Like, she's always the cool-headed mentor type figure for us in the main game. This one makes a lot more sense than the Chloe one. You know? In my opinion. Guess it's locked. I know it is. Just shut up, you'll break my concentration. Oh, my bad. Whew, we're finally back on the surface. Evening 2. That took longer than I thought it would. We should hurry. Of course. Are you alright though? What? You look kind of pale. Are you feeling tired? Maybe we should rest a little before moving on. I'm fine. I've had enough training to handle this level of physical activity. Thank you very much. Don't underestimate the stamina of a bracer. I suppose you're right. I'm sorry. Wait, what the hell? She was never more than a few steps behind me at any given moment. How is she still fine? She never seemed out of breath even when we were being chased by those guys, come to think of it. I feel like there were a few times when she was even ahead of me. What's up with this girl? Is this like nothing to her? Are you absolutely sure you don't need rest? I do have a few snacks on me. Would you like me to share some? It's okay, I'm definitely fine. Right now we need to focus on getting to the guild so we can hide out there. Food breaks can wait. We might have run into a lot of trouble on the way, but the request was to show her around the capital. I've done that. Now all I need to do is get it back to the guild, and the request is done. I win. Come on, get a move on. I still feel like it would be a good idea to rest at least a little, though. Are you certain you're alright? How many times do I need to repeat myself before I get the message? To hell with it all. Hide. I was up all night working that damn story. All night. Who the hell does Noticia think she is? The better the scoop, the harder it needs to be caught. Does she think I don't know that? Ah. God damn it, Niall. What do you think he's talking about? Got no more idea than you do. Maybe he's using some kind of code like those men from earlier. He couldn't be one of them, could he? Do you think he could be? Damn it all! I can't be sure. Just look at his eyes though. He doesn't look like a man who makes an honest living to me. I see what you mean. God damn it, shots fired. We've come this far. There's no way I'm letting us get caught now. We need to proceed carefully and deliberately. Let's see if we can find another route. If I remember correctly, that house over there is empty. This way, follow me. For idea's sake, if I could, I would have done it already. You two patrol the area at the bottom of the stairs. I'll take the other top. I guess I'm gonna have to call on Raymond again. Wait, he works in the villa now, does he? Doesn't he? Just my luck. That's ages away. I swear, this shop is bad for my blood pressure. I need some not. That goes way too quickly. They're still patrolling, huh? Holy shit, they're patrolling for a very long time. Come on, why are there still so many of them going around? How can we get to the guild like this? I think we're going to have to spend the rest of the night here, unfortunately. It won't need to come to that. I think if I can find a good opening, we can force our way through. It's just a case of finding one. I don't think that's a good idea. We need to be careful and rest while we can. As logical as that sounds, I'm not buying it's a real reason. Get a grip, Shira. I can't let my emotions get the better of me. There's no guarantee we're even safe here, you know? Still think the safest option in the long run is to get to the guild, no matter what we have to do to get there. Hey, where do you think you're going? I think the second floor is a better place to rest than the first. I find it easier to escape from here than we would from below. That should be a good spot. Wait one damn minute. This is your safety we're talking about here. You kids stand to listen to me. Those men will be patrolling carefully for the rest of the night. They aren't going to give you the opening you want. Or at least I don't believe they will. We've made it this far, so I think it would be best for us to rest tonight and resume trying tomorrow, don't you? Trying to do what? Pardon? You're still hiding something, aren't you? For one thing, you're awfully familiar with this city for someone who claims it's her first time here. It's literally what I said. You also seem to know a lot about this man and what they will and won't do, too. What exactly are you really after? It's plain as day at this point that you want more than just not to be caught by them. If that wasn't the case, you wouldn't have asked to be shown around the capital. Not that I think that's what you want either. What's your real goal? Well, no answer. The work we do is based around trust. We can't accept requests from people who won't tell us what they're up to, or who knows what kind of crimes we could be abetting. Go on, the whole thing about the inheritance was all a big fat lie, wasn't it? Something about you'd been setting off alarms since we started running around together. Strike that, since you first came to the guild. Why did you lie to me? The story about that inheritance is true, I swear it. I want to go to Gransel Castle. I really am the one to whom my grandfather gave his fortune, but I haven't finished the necessary procedures to truly inherit it yet. Until I complete the required paperwork in Gransel Castle's administrative room, I'm not legally allowed to anything. And that's why there are so many of those men in black around that area. All of my relatives know exactly what I need to do, you see. So they're trying to make sure I can't do it. Still, if I don't keep trying to move forward, I'll... What a mess. Well, okay, for argument's sake, let's assume that I believe all of what you just said. Why am I only hearing about it now? That is... You thought I'd want in on that money, didn't you? If I did and I knew everything, I'd have all the opportunities a greedy girl could dream of to take it when I went together with you. That's what you thought I'd do, isn't it? I play along and then steal it all for myself the second that chance presented itself. Do I look like that much of a scumbag to you? No, you don't. It's not it at all. After I lost grandfather, I lived all on my own. But the second his will became public, I had crowds of people descending upon me. People who, like you said, were interested only in claiming his fortune for themselves. They all started to live in mine and in my grandfather's house, and before I knew it, my once peaceful life was shattered. One day someone would push me down the stairs, another... I'd taste something funny in my food. These kinds of things began happening on a regular basis. Legally, they were my relatives while I was a minor, so there was very little I could do. I tried reasoning with them at first, but in the end I had no choice but to leave home myself. I wandered the highways alone, going from place to place and trying not to be discovered. But I knew that while I could hopefully avoid being caught that way, I'd eventually just be declared as missing and presumed dead. Besides, after I'd left once, even if I did go back home, I knew I'd promptly be locked up somewhere and reported as still missing regardless. Grandfather's will would be declared as invalid in time, and my relatives would blissfully share their newly bequeathed wealth between them. I hated the thought of that happening. That was why I decided to return here to the capital. Even if it's the last thing I do, I will formally inherit what he wanted me to. That was why I decided to try and get an escort from someone I could trust. So it's not that I don't think I can trust you, not at all. And, I will admit that wanting to explore the capital was a lie. I'm sorry for deceiving you. You're a grade A, moron. I'm sorry. You could have said all this from the beginning and saved us a lot of headache. If I'd known what you were trying to do, I would have been able to formally escort you to where you want to go. And the guild would have been the safest place for you to hide out, too. We wouldn't have ended up in this dump instead. I suppose you're right. I was just scared. I'll never be able to forget what I saw that day. What I saw in the eyes of everyone who gathered to hear what that will read. The horror I felt when I saw it. Madness, insanity, cold, murderous light. Emotions that no one can explain, that no one can put into words. It wasn't visible for long before they managed to push it back below the surface and out of sight. But it was still there. Because now I believe that's something that all of us possess naturally. Human beings are capable of limitless cruelty, every one of us. And that realization's left me terrified of us all. It's not that I don't trust Bracers, it's just that I've been so scared. I'm so sorry. I know I shouldn't have wasted your time with any of this. I should have never gotten you caught up in all of this when you were busy enough already. Just forget that I... Listen. Huh? It's my policy to give 100% to all work I undertake. Don't underestimate me. What are you doing? I'm the one who should be apologizing to you. I've wanted to be strong and to live with my head held high. I still believe I was right to feel that way, and yes, I've lived my hardest until now. But you've made me notice that there's something wrong with my attitude. I'm not going about it the right way. It's made me realize anew that I want to be able to keep living with pride in my every step. So no more saying sorry, okay? I want to see this job through to the very end. Did they finally give up? So, where was it in Gransel Castle that we need to go again? The administrative room. The deadline for submitting the paperwork is noon. Noon? Noon today? That barely leaves us any time at all. Why are you only telling me this now? It has to be filed within a month of the deceased passing away. That's the law here in Liberl, apparently. Alright, I was never much good at this legal stuff. I bet Kurt knows about it. Knows it all by heart, though. He did seem like the type who might. Let's get going. We don't have any time to waste. As long as we do as we discussed earlier, we should be able to handle this. We're getting inside the castle and they're not going to stop us. Miss Sherazard, I really am glad you're the one who undertook my request. The more time I spend with you, the more I realize you're really someone dependable, who relies on their own strength to live. You're blowing my merits out of proportion, I think. Also, we can stop with the Miss Sherazard now. The way you say it now, it just makes my name sound ridiculously long. Does it? It does. It feels like our conversations take twice as long as they should because of it. Well, if you insist. And now you know all there is to know about what I want to do. So I would like to formally request again that you escort me to Gransel Castle. You got it. You'll get there, I promise you that. Thank you. I mean... we're in the north block. Are we doing this Solid Snake style? What? I knew you would come eventually. Today's the last chance after all. What? You're kidding me. A cat? No, wait a sec. There might be something else inside. Don't let your guard down. I know. There they are. Too late. Alright. Sylvan Whip doesn't do a lot right now. We can take one of these out. The second one. And the last one gets a sadist whip. There we go. This isn't good. Also a chance, Aina. Alright. There's more of them? No. Nice of you to finally show yourselves. What's the hold up? Why haven't you made an example out of them yet? Our client's waiting. Get a move on. You're really gonna regret messing with us, kids. I hope you don't expect just to be able to walk away after showing yourselves. First, I'm gonna kill you. The other young lady can live a while longer. She's still useful. As long as we can get her to write her own will, it'll save us having to forge one later. You really think this will be that simple? If you think saying that is going to unnerve us, you're going to have another thing coming. Aina, you can still run, right? Yes. I'll take all these guys on myself. While I'm doing that, you run. What? You can't take this many opponents yourself and have a chance of winning. You'll... not going to beg for mercy, I take it. Got something you need to do, and so do I. So let's just do them. Don't worry about me, as if I have any intention of dying here. What are you even talking about? Damn you. Go, Aina. But I said go. You seem to be having a little trouble over there, Sherazard. What? Who the hell are you? Kurt? What are you doing here? Have you forgotten that I'm affiliated with the Grandsel branch of the guild? I see nothing odd about my presence here. Well, I know, but I'm happy that you seem to have realized exactly what it is you must do. But I can't say I'm pleased about how willing you appear to be throw away alive without first exploring other options. I'm sorry. I can't entirely fault your decision from the perspective of a bracer, but I would like you to give a little more attention to your surroundings. I'm well aware that you seem staunchly opposed to relying on others. But take a good look at the situation you're currently in and tell me exactly what it is that you should really be doing. Kurt, can you take care of things here for me? Certainly. Holy fuck, Kurt. The badass. Do we get access to Kurt too in the other flash in the other dimension? Holy shit. Now, Aina. Right. They're getting away. Half of us should be good enough to take care of this guy. Everyone else? Oh my god. So sorry for the delay, Kurt. Who the fuck is this? Not at all. I've largely taken care of them as is. Huh, you sure do fast work. Gandalf? What? Though I'm more surprised to see an obstinate young lady finally came to her senses. When she was with the Size branch, she was more like a wild boar, always charging forward without stopping to take a look around her. I've always known that she has what it takes to be an excellent bracer. She merely lost sight of something important and needed to be put back on track. Given the opportunity, she was always perfectly capable of doing so. She'll be able to get much stronger than she is now that she's righted herself, I'm sure of that. To be young again. Quit acting like we're not even here. Kill them both. They should taking their time. The hell are they even doing? No, there's no need to be hasty. Capturing her isn't necessary to do. As soon as the noon bell chimes, true as that may be, sure that would invalidate the will and ensure she doesn't get all the money, but it also means you have to share it with everyone else, which means our share will end up going down. Kinda like to avoid that if we can. Don't worry, we've got plenty of options. Remember, you're only dealing with a single young girl. What? Uncle? Why? Oh dear, what are you doing here, Aina? I keep telling you how dangerous it is to go venturing outside. And alone at that. You blind old man? She isn't here alone. Oh, I can see you. Getting in my way. Oh, it's like they don't even care if they kill Aina in the process. That wasn't a very good shot. I take it marksmanship isn't exactly a forte. Sorry, sir. Sherazard. What is it? Let's just force our way through here. We don't have time to mess around. Got it. Time to come along home, Aina. Everyone's waiting for you, you know. Alright. Let's see. We should have enough. We can use Sylvan Whip to get like everyone. Yeah, we need to desperately heal Aina. That almost went south pretty hard because Aina was almost done. Let's take down the main guy. Alright.
Seems you came up short.
What's the meaning of this? I paid good mirror to hire them, and this is the quality of the service I receive? This has to be a breach of contract, surely. This isn't acceptable at all. I can barely bring myself to watch. I think it's time you took a little nap yourself. What are you doing? Is that all you're capable of? Reckless violence? What a poor upbringing you must have had. Uncle. I've no interest in inheriting grandfather's land or his money. That's not why I've been running away from you or doing any of what I've done. But much as I don't need it, I know I don't want you to have a single mirror of it either. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, she just smacks him. Damn, that's gonna hurt in the morning. I sometimes really find myself doubting you're actually from a rich family like you say you are. How awful of you to say such things. I'd like to believe I act the part more than you at least. What are you doing? What in idea's name happened out here? You there, throw down your weapon at once. I'm from the Bracer Guild. What? The guild? Sherazard showed the soldiers a junior bracer badge. So you are... Still, what's a bracer doing here? Her Majesty may recognize the guild, but that doesn't make it alright for you to cause any commotion right outside the castle. I had reason to believe that these people were responsible for numerous criminal acts within the capital. I knocked them out for the sake of peace and order in Gransel and the safety of its people. So could you do me a favor and arrest them? I haven't covered that part yet. Well, very well. Ordinarily we'd be taking you away with us as well, but I'll let you off this time. You know what to do. Still, while you may have gotten away without punishment this time, don't expect to be so lucky next time you try and overreach your authority. Protecting the capital is our job, and we'll show no mercy to anyone who causes trouble, brace or otherwise. Oh, it is? Cool. Can I ask another favor then? There are a bunch of their friends still in the city. You couldn't take care of these two, could you? Of course, last I saw, Kurt was with them, so I probably won't have to lift a finger there either. You two, follow me. Sir? I never get used to dealing with the army. What? I was just impressed by how much authority the bracer badge wields. You were kind of cool. That was the first time I've tried using my badge like that, I'll have you know. But never mind my badge now. We're running out of time. We need to hurry. Right. Phew, we're finally here. I can't believe a girl like you could actually keep up with me running full throttle. Anyway, get the paperwork done, quickly. I'll be watching from here. Okay. I'll be as quick as I can then. Aina put a signature on the necessary paperwork. I'm really happy for you, Aina. Congratulations. Sherazard? Looks like I need a witness to sign this. A witness? You wouldn't be willing, would you? Sure? If you're okay with me doing it. Of course I am, silly. In fact, I want it to be you. And I'd be happy to. I never thought the day would come when I would be called as a witness for something like this. Or that the day would come when I'd be able to proudly say I was a senior bracer. Or that I would be able to feel overwhelmed with pride over something in the first place. The undersigned, Aina Holden, shall hereby inherit the property of Saul, John Holden, as outlined in his last will and testament. Witness Sherazard Harvey. Thank you, Sherazard. It's finally over. That's the request wrapped up, right? Actually, no, there's one more thing I need to do. We're still not done? Could you possibly bring me an application form? I'd like to make a donation to Her Majesty's Welfare Foundation. Oh, so that's where the money went, huh? Cheers! I still can't believe you gave all that money away. Okay, maybe you don't need all of it, but you'll still need some to live, right? I suppose you're right. What I did was a little strange, but I made up my mind to do this from the very beginning as a matter of principle. When I said I didn't do any of this for the money, I meant it. Still, congratulations on becoming a senior bracer. I'm not sure what the difference between a senior and junior bracer is, but it's clear this is something you really worked for. It means I have a lot more authority, but I've got a lot more responsibility to go with it. It also means I get a nice new badge, but I wasn't ever interested in that personally. Oh, really? Yep. I'm relieved to hear that. I see you're finally beginning to understand the necessary mindset to be a bracer, Sherazard. Crap, it's court! This might look like alcohol to you, but it's actually water? As today is admittedly a cause for celebration, I will turn a blind eye to your drinking tonight. Just don't go drinking so much that it interferes with your ability to do your job. Fine. What is it? As you're fully aware, Sherazard, you are now a senior bracer, which means you must behave with more responsibility. That means I expect to see an end to you drinking in every free moment between jobs, day or night. That absolutely did not work out. Absolutely not. And sneaking out at night for that too. I also expect to no longer discover that you've been taking advantage of the busiest times in my schedule to behave like a drunken lunatic. That absolutely did not work out. that really what you usually do, Sherazard? Sound like a tried and true troublemaker. Don't say anything. Are we clear? Yes, sir. There's no need for the sir, of course. We're both senior bracers now, which means we're both on equal standing. Why, I'm hardly even a veteran. I'm still very much a rookie. Are you now? Says who? Regardless, this isn't what I'm here to discuss. The matter I came for concerns your uncle, Aina. I came to make you aware of the fact that the Bracer Guild is capable of asking for leniency in its punishment. Hiring a Jäger corpse for personal use carries a very grave punishment, you see. A Jäger corpse? Are you referring to this man dressed in black? Yes, they're one of many corps that are known to be active here in Liberl. Recently, there have been many such corps making their way into the country, and they have been successful in finding work too. Hiring them is, of course, very illegal, but with the army as slow to act as they currently are, I've taken this chance to take care of them, though, so we shouldn't see any signs of them in the near future. Take care of them? All of them? Oh, it makes sense. So it wasn't a coincidence that he showed up when he did. He's been investigating all the Jäger corps in Liberl, so that he could start an operation to wipe them all out. No wonder he seemed so swamped. The Jägers in this country have been targeting wealthy individuals in hopes of getting them to sign contracts. There have been countless cases like this all around the country of late, with civilians getting caught up in it at a worrying frequency. Goodness. I believe the case we're dealing with here was no exception, in that it was the Jägers who came to your uncle, rather than the other way around. It's hard to feel too much sympathy under these circumstances, but in a sense your uncle was a victim in all of this as well. What? What are you trying to pull? Just because the Jägers approached him and not the other way around, he's a victim? That he deserves to get off with a slap on the wrist? And Anna's supposed to be okay with that? He tried to kill her. Shera, please calm down. There's no need to shout. I'm sorry, but still. No one is saying he doesn't deserve to be punished for his actions. All I'm here to say is that if, and if only Aina wishes, the guild is able to request leniency in his sentencing. That is all. Oh. Whew, you scared me for a minute. You need to make your decision immediately. Questioning him will take roughly a week as it is, based on what I've heard. You bear no responsibility to even make any choice at all, so please don't feel as though you have to think long and hard about this. Just please be aware that the possibility to forgive him exists, that is all. Alright. Incidentally, should you ever find yourself in need of assistance with anything in the future, the Bracer Guild is always available to aid you. We're certainly not omnipotent or infallible, but we'll at least strive to do what we can to aid those who want our help. Thank you. I'm really sorry for not telling you the whole story from the start too. Please don't be. With the situation you were in, your reluctance is quite understandable. Furthermore, one who is worthy of being a full-fledged bracer should be able to tell roughly what a client wants just from looking at them. They should also not, under any circumstance, try to chase away a potential client in genuine need. Ouch. I've still got a long way to go then, huh? Certainly, but don't we all? Alright, I've said what I came to say, so I'll be excusing myself now. Aw, really? You could stand to join us for one drink. I'm afraid not. I still have my duties as a guild receptionist remaining after all. As for you, Shera, be careful you don't have too much water. Oh god. Crud, why is it always gotta be so serious? Oh, actually, how about you, Aina? Can you handle your liquor? If you can, you should join me for a few drinks. Well, alright then. You sure? Really? Really sure? Of course, you've done so much for me, so how could I refuse? Joining you for a few drinks is the least I can do. Then let's get boozing, tonight's gonna be fun. Can't wait to see what a prim and proper girl like her looks like when she's drunk out of her mind. This is going to be awesome. Well, cheers! I'd seen girls just like her on the other side of that river. Silky, blonde hair, beautiful blue eyes, smooth skin. The blessed, blissful children on the other side, dressed like royalty and smiling like angels. Seeing them, I asked myself the same question over and over again. Why aren't I on that side? I envied them, I hated them, I both longed to be one of them and rejected their very existence. I knew the answer to my question from the very beginning. I despaired in myself. I always tried to avoid others getting too close, believing that to be what I needed to do in order to live. But I could never completely get rid of the tiny lingering hope deep within my heart. That eventually, no matter how long it took, the day would finally come when I could smile from the heart. That the day would come when I would finally be able to accept and forgive myself for how I was. The next day, Anna visited the Bracer Guild and registered her desire for her uncle to be shown leniency in his sentencing. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to accompany her, having been drunk under the table by her the night before. God damn it. That story client finished. The thing is, you also get very good stuff by doing these, right? So it's always worth it. Alright, we have this one. Okay, we have 2 moon doors left, and moon door 1 has a second part to it that we need agate for. This one is Estelle and Joshua. And we have roughly 10 more star doors, if I'm correct. And 3 more sun doors. But I think I'm going to do the sun doors later down the line, because these are all minigames, right? The sun doors are all minigames, so I'm going to do them later down the line. Oh yeah, we got Shira last time. We need to get to the local. We're going to do the sun doors later. The star doors and the moon doors I'd like to do as early as we can get them. I'll probably do all of them like today to start off a stream with them, because they can get quite long. At least the moon doors. And I want to do them at the start of the stream, so we can just plan out everything, right? We can make probably a pretty strong teams too, by the way. But I haven't gone into team building quite a while. Gone into the ornaments and stuff. Oh my god. One of my favorite streamers just started a Great Ace Attorney Chronicles Let's Play. Holy fuck. Huh. Now, this is one fancy looking training facility. It's crazy complicated inside too. Estelle and I had a blast trying to get through it when we were here. Especially the rooms where it's pitch black. Those were just awesome. Not. I remember having my fair share of trouble with those two. Can't wait to see what kind of traps we bump into inside then. Anyway, as far as I can tell, this should be our final ordeal on this plane. Let's get this done. Right. By the way, the music is just so good. What the fuck is this upbeat music? Spiral Grill. Hey again, wait. Where's that guy you were with before? Did this play the last time we were here? Probably not, right? So slot to insert a card. Some kind of ID seems to be required. So they came out with a new theme just for this. Thing is, Shira is actually not the strongest one in our bunch.
That's that. Let's move out.
Oh my god, what is that space? What is that time set, Booth? 128 time set, Booth, just from that? You probably can grind a lot of Sepith in this one, huh? Just by just grinding simple planes, like each plane gives like different kind of Sepith, and you can just grind a specific plane to just get a ton of Sepith. What a crazy cool new theme. If I don't get Estelle this time, I'm going to riot, by the way. You can't keep Estelle from me forever. Interesting. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look up all of the tracks in this game, by the way. I've already been playing some of it. Where was that gate? Oh, here. Is this the ID card? Yes, it is. We tell you to have you have a barrel of fun, but come on, we don't call them treasure barrels. Oh, Shira just can absolutely demolish someone. Alright. So far we've been pretty swimmingly going through it.
Alright, what's next?
There we go. Tiro bomb. There's no greater void than the one between your ears. That is true. Shira? Is it just me or this place layout way different from the real version? You thought the same too, huh? Completely different, how? Placement of the rooms and the corridors and everything. I suppose it's possible that it was remodeled after Annalise used it. Well, the sealed area's layout was completely different from the real ones too. It wouldn't be the first time this has happened. Probably something our foes did intentionally too. Exactly, we'll have to be very careful. By the way, I want to see all of the scenes from second chapter completely be made with voice acting in mind. There's so many great scenes in second chapter that I want to see completely voice acted and completely done in the remake. Like, holy shit. I just remembered how many great scenes we had in second chapter alone. That one scene with Joshua and Estelle alone There's so much potential. That's also why I want to replay second chapter, the remake. You know.
That's that. Let's move out.
Second chapter was such a blast to okay, that's a green one. I'll probably have to manipulate them somehow. Oh, there's green and red ones. Alright. Let's go after this one first because this one has a lot more HP.
That's that. Let's move out.
Good job leveling up, Joshua. Oh, we're switching between green and red, huh? These ones do have a lot more HP, to be honest. I don't know why they decided to make Dual Strike even more deadly than it was before, by the way. Like, why did Dual Strike needed the poison effect too? Dual Strike already was strong enough.
That's that. Let's move out.
Okay. I can't get to here unless I do something else. Get another laser bridge. Set up. Okay, I can't get there from this side. This seems like a combination between the original dungeon that this is based on and the hideout, the Ouroboros hideout. Wait a second. If we activate this, like the Ouroboros hideout had like these ID cards, right? If I do this, yep. Zeram powder. Back for more items. What am I, a shop?
Let's end this.
Okay, these crafts actually do a lot of damage. Alright. Yeah, we'll just kill them.
That's that. Let's move out.
There's so much going on here. ID card 2. After cleaning the inside, you decide to polish the outside as well. That's the ID card. Fuck you. I hate that this one has so much HP. You know? So we need to spend so much time just wailing on this guy. We can just let him die, to be honest. Ah, it was a guard turn. Ah, fuck me. I never get those correct, those guard turns. This other one really can't do anything. I mean, need to get up here again. Pretty sure it was here, right? Crazy. We're actually getting some more progress in on the main story too, which I really do enjoy. I don't have night vision goggles with me, right? Where would I have gotten night vision goggles? I definitely should be getting them, right? There's like more to this than I probably can see. There's a chest under the stairs. Because I can't even hit the guys that I'm supposed to be hitting. Can't even see them without the night vision goggles. Maybe over here? Juggernaut. I should move to a palace. The way I could be the Colchester. I instead got a new weapon for Kevin. The problem is these respawn at all times. And I hate that. I absolutely hate that, the fact that they always respawn.
That's that. Let's move out.
There has to be some close by, right? Maybe I can solve this somehow. So I can get over here with these. But not over here, because these turn off. These smaller ones actually not that great. Okay. I'm actually glad that Kevin does a little more damage through his new weapon. It's just this here. Wait a second. You know what? Yup. That's just way better. Pretty unfortunate that Shira is the one that got blinded there. Alright. I don't remember this fully. Can't get over here when it is like this. Yeah, I can't cross this without the night vision goggles. The problem is if I turn this green, it doesn't actually do anything for me, right? Probably not. I need to turn this red in order to progress. But I can't get through here either. And there's no way past here as well. But if I turn this off here and turn this off here, can I circle around somewhere else? Maybe? There's also nothing under this set of stairs. I did explore this. That's literally the way inside. Is there a place I didn't explore over here? Maybe. Okay, Kevin's almost down.
Not done yet.
The Tyrol bombs are too good to be just used like this. Fuck me. I got turned around. Alright.
All right, what's next?
It's all relatively straightforward. I'm going to take a break soon. Or maybe I should end the stream. I don't know yet.
Are we done already?
Huh? How long have we been streaming? For almost 2.5 hours. I think that should be enough as a return stream. I'll definitely be streaming this game on the weekends. I think Sunday at least. There's literally the only option that I still have. But I still don't know where to go. No. It's not here either. I was supposed to get them somewhere, but apparently not. Yeah, I'm going to end stream for today because I think we've done a lot and I'm actually tired and I have a really, really important doctor's appointment tomorrow. So I'd rather end stream here and go to bed for today, you know. And I will be back. Let me move over to this. I'll be back soon. I can already tell you that. I'll definitely, I think I'll stream on Thursday. I just need to double check. Okay, this is for the 5th. Okay. So yeah, I think I'll be there on Thursday. If I can. Hopefully. You know. Tomorrow, no streams, but Thursday, I think we're going back into Phantom Hourglass. I think that's the way things go. I'm hesitant, by the way, to start new series at the moment because as I said, I'm working on getting a new system up and running for my channel with new thumbnails and everything, and I want to incorporate that into the new series. So the old series, like this game, will still have the old thumbnail style, but the new series are going to get a new one. So I'm hesitant to start until I've figured that process out and put it into place. But we are basically like still like there's still so many series we still have to do. Also on Saturday I'm going to do a special stream. We're going to play some Monster Hunter again on Saturday because there's a thing going on that I can't explain very well. It's a Huntathon challenge by one of my Discord servers that I'm part of. So yeah, there's a Hunter-thon challenge from one of my Discord servers that is going on. So we are going to hunt some monsters in Monster Hunter on Saturday. I kind of want to be part of it, you know. I'm just going to be a little bit of a part of it. I'm going to set that up, and we're going to hunt on Saturday too. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today's stream. I had a lot of fun with all that we had. For next stream, I'm definitely going to look up where we get those stupid night vision goggles. I don't know where we could get them. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today's stream. If you are on Twitch, please leave a follow. And if you're on YouTube, I would really appreciate your like and subscribe, because we are back in the seat and we are streaming our asses off. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching today's stream. I had so much fun, and I'll see you all next time. Trilightning out.